So we're going to give 10K credits Amazon AWS for the winner, all right? 5K for the 4 others. Wow, I didn't know that. That's amazing. Thank you. So we're going to give a marketing pack by Vistaprint, okay? So that's free 1,000 business cards, free 1,000 flyers, plus 1 premium roll-up, and free standard shipping. So that's the value is about 500 euros, I guess, right? So 1 free month of speech. Yeah, if everybody knows speech, some say speech, okay? It's going to be a full unlimited, okay? The value is about 545 euros. All right, if you don't know speech, you need to go get to know it now, okay? Because if not, I'm going to come and make sure that you know it, all right? So Spaces is going to give us 2 membership of 6 months. That's about 3K. Wow, that's big for startups. Okay, that's basically Office Spaces. Where are they going to give? In the tower? So maybe I need to win.
Yeah, in the tower.
Wow, they have amazing view. Yeah, you see the sea and all that kind of stuff. And also a mentor session at the Innovation Lab of Vueling. Thank you so much, Reading, for that. Bloomer is going to give a workshop fundraising, okay, or fundraising workshop, value of 500 as well. So about the total value is about 15,000 euros of prize. So that's huge. So I know that our startups are getting all excited. All right. So I'm also giving 5 minutes because I don't know all the startups, like people's name behind it. I don't know who's pitching them. I just know the startups, okay? So I'm going to give you your clicker and a mic. When I call you up, please come to stage, introduce yourself, then look at me, and I'm going to start the timer, okay? All right? So first of all, let's invite Mesabi. Here is your mic. All right, test it. This is your clicker. Introduce yourself,
Thanks.
and then when you're going to start, I'm going to time you, but give me a second. Yes, I'm ready whenever you are.
Great.
You want to introduce first yourself? Just introduce yourself.
Thanks.
So we know your name. I didn't know your name.
Yeah, I'm Chris Zerwanka, founder of Mesabi.
Perfect.
So
Let's
go
start.
ahead. So yes, I'm here to talk about Mesabi. Mesabi is an early stage social enterprise fintech. And we have a unique mission around unlocking financial opportunities through innovative learning in emerging markets. Now, our roots and our focus area currently is in Africa. I spent 4 years living and working in West Africa. It's where I met my co-founders. We were all doing different things, but had a common thread. We were all working to help improve the livelihoods and opportunities for low-income, informal sector Africans. Now, what does that mean, the informal sector? Loosely defined, it's the working poor. People who are not having salaried jobs or formal businesses, but are hustling to build livelihoods and make money for their families. For those of you who have traveled to developing countries, you scan the city streets, the village roads, and you see them everywhere. Street food vendors, market hawkers, people selling telecom credit at kiosks, having small shops, smallholder farmers. The list goes on. In African countries, it's up to 95% of local commerce. And my background is in financial inclusion. That's predicated on the idea that the biggest barrier to these people in building productive lives is access to finance. The other biggest barrier that we saw among our founders, education. Limited education often prevented them from making good decisions and building scalable businesses. So we wanted to really address this where we saw these factors intertwining and causing high uncertainty about upward mobility for this segment. The solution we've built links fintech and edtech with what we call the MBA for the rising billions. So we're building business-focused mobile learning that addresses the biggest needs for this segment. Topics like financial literacy, entrepreneurship, the hard and soft skills from mindset and motivation to budgeting and bookkeeping that can really help these informal sector entrepreneurs in Africa make better decisions and critically connect them to the financial services that can help them then scale their businesses. Now here's the fintech part from the edtech that I talked about just a second ago. And this is the cycle of how everything works together. People are learning on their mobile phones using our channels, Android app, chatbot platform, messenger interaction, and even on basic phones, text message information. Mobile learning is in local language. It reflects local context. And then critically, it's assessing understanding and comprehension of that learning, but also gathering data. We're building that, and our analytics infrastructure is building holistic, insightful data profiles, and we then partner with financial institutions that use those data profiles to complete this virtuous cycle and offer financial products to these learners more confidently and more efficiently. Now, I talked about our learners. They don't have a lot of money. We're not a B2C company. They use our learning for free. Our business model is entirely B2B. We're providing data insights, data streams to our financial service partners, and they're paying us on a small per-user monthly basis as a SaaS fee for that service. Now, we're early stage. We're a seed stage company, but we're working with some of the biggest banks in Africa, some innovative fintechs, and even traditional microfinance banks. We're also partnering with development sector stakeholders who have a legacy of doing good work and digitizing their content, and also distributing our value proposition to their footprints of beneficiaries. Again, early stage, but we have some good traction. This month, we've actually just ticked up above 25,000 users, and our biggest proof of concept points are that we've driven 25% better repayment rates on microloans, and that's compared to control groups. And also 70% of our users report that they either earn or save more money as a result of our platform and content, or both. Now, this is to say that these same gaps in access and resources exist worldwide, so we think we have a scalable platform and strategy to address it. Our first countries outside of Africa next year will be Mexico and India. We've had some great support system, have been blessed with some accelerators, won the Singapore FinTech Festival Award, and that's Mesabi. We're doing something a bit different than maybe some of you are familiar with, but we hope you've found it interesting. We're trying to show that you can do good and also do good business at the same time. So feel free to find me and ask questions. Thanks.
Whoa! Amazing. Thank you so much. And you had 10 seconds left, so very good on timing. Yeah. Wicked, wicked. All right. Don't forget that the vote is going to be on your emails. All right. Don't vote yet, because that started amazing, but I know there are some really cool startups to follow. All right. So next up, let me get the clicker. We have amenities. So you can introduce yourself, and when you look at me, I'll give you the signal.
Wait, I'm
No,
gonna wait
Siri.
for the...
Yeah, wait for the slides. You can also introduce yourself while you wait for the slides if you want.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Amenities.
All right.
And apparently my presentation is not loading.
Yeah, because I think it's a Windows, so don't buy Microsoft. Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? The mic was connected. Yeah, I'm very against it, sorry. All right, when you're ready.
Right, let's go. So I'm here to introduce you to Amenities. So my background is in the hotel industry. I went to the Hotel School of Lausanne, and my parents are hoteliers in Switzerland. And if there is one thing I know is that hoteliers are struggling. Obviously, I'm not talking about the big hotel chain who have thousands of employees working on their digital strategy, but I'm talking about the small mom and pop shop that have 20 to 30 rooms that have no clue to do a website and have a digital strategy. So what do? They ask the sister of their nephew to do a website because he knows how to do it. And they end up with usually a WordPress website that they're going to keep for 5, 6, 7 years, and that they have no idea to change. And that's one of their main issue. And why is it an issue? Because it ends up costing them a lot. Although half of the bookings are currently made online, 3/4 of them are made on OTAs, Booking and Expedia. And it's costing hoteliers up to 25% commission. And when you know that the average margin of a hotel is about 30%, you understand why 25% commission is really not helping them out. But it's also an opportunity. I don't know if you guys do it, but when a guest will book on OTAs, half of them will go on the hotel's website directly to gather information, maybe see if they get a better rate direct. 80% of them will go back to the OTA. Why? Because as I said earlier, hotel websites are mostly outdated. It's strange, but it's usually easier for an hotelier to update his page on booking.com than it is to update his own website. His bread and butter is direct sales channel. Also, most hoteliers' booking processes are not optimized. While big OTAs will spend millions on a yearly basis, making sure that this button is placed properly so that they're going to get that extra 0.1% conversion. Obviously, hoteliers can't do that. And trying to book on a hotel's website is usually a nightmare of redirections. And this is why we created Amenities. So we see Amenities as a Shopify-like platform for the hotel industry. It starts with a website builder and editor that almost anyone can use. Our oldest client to date is 84, and she created a website on her own with no technical background. And she gets to update on a weekly or monthly basis with new offers, new pictures, everything. Then she can also add a booking engine directly on her website that we created with UX Designer to be optimized for conversion. We also offer connectivity to Booking, Expedia, because it's very important for any hotel to be found on those websites as what we call the billboard effect. People will find you there and come to your website. And finally, we also offer our own PMS. For those of you that are not familiar with the hotel industry, the PMS is the beating heart of any hotel. It's where you check guests in and out, where you do the invoicing. So really, we built one platform and one solution to simplify the day-to-day business of almost any hotel in the world that anyone with no technical knowledge can use and install on their own and train their staff on very easily. I planned that introduction to be 3 minutes only, so it's slightly shorter. I can tell you a lot more about amenities when you come see us after. We've been live selling for about a year and a half now, and we have about 500 clients, converted 500 clients, so there is a market fit in amenities. Thank you very much.
Merci.
Thank you, sir.
I think it's better to have extra time than less time.
Right, yeah.
Hold on, maybe people don't hear me in the back. Can you hear me now? Yes. I think it's better to have extra time than less time. We did say 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and then there was 3 minutes because of the timings, but we gave them 5 minutes so that everybody feels more comfortable. Next up, we have Cluego. So I'll give him the clicker and the mic. Okay? Wow, 2 mics. Wow, that's getting very confusing. Okay, so take one. All right, let's take the other one and just make sure it's on. I don't have 2 clickers. Is that all right? Can one person just click? Yeah, that's it. That's on. Test it.
That's
Say
it.
hello, hello.
1 2
yeah.
1 2.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
hello.
Oh, look at these hot boys. Yeah, all the ladies are getting excited now. All right. So if you guys introduce yourself quickly, and then I'll start the timer. Just say your
Sure.
names.
Hello everyone, my name is Justus,
And I'm Ines.
and today would like to ask you a few questions.
All right, I'm starting the time. Go.
Perfect. Do we have any startups in here? Can
Raise
you
your hands. And do we have talents here? Raise your hands too.
Talents. Everybody's a talent. Come on.
Ah.
We're all
Well,
talents.
that's a good thing though, because the reason why we're here today is because we came to connect you.
So let us tell you a short story of Cluego and why we're doing what we're doing. So exactly 1 year ago, we failed one startup that we launched with Justus. It was blockchain related, and we failed because of one only reason. We didn't attract proper team members. And we thought to ourselves, are we alone in this world after struggling like almost half a year of not like being able to attract team members? Are we alone, or anyone else has this issue? And it turned out
Can you move the slide? Yeah. It turned out that this issue is extremely common in the world of startups. Only in 2018 itself, there was a number of 100 million startups that were launched, of whom approximately 90% have failed because of a poor team gathering and inability to attract funds.
Exactly. That's why we decided to create a solution to this, Cluego. By the way, how many of you know Tinder? May I see some hands here? Of course you know. Yeah, of course you know.
Ooh, Tinder.
So Cluego is basically Tinder for startups. We connect startups to various talents just by swiping and matching. Just there is only one difference between us and Tinder, that after Cluego match, the world might see a unicorn, not a new baby.
So here we go. It's like here we're gonna walk you through how the application is working because it's already functioning and it's available on the App Store and Play Market. So what we have in here is a lot of people, but I don't really know if all of you have Cluego app. If you don't, so please hurry up while it's free. So yeah, the step one would be for you just to download the application itself, register yourself either as a startup or a talent. Once you do so, you have to complete the profiles accordingly. And by doing that, you're automatically going to be redirected to the main page where the real magic begins. You can start swiping through startup profiles or talent profiles, and if there is a mutual interest, you can start now exchanging the information with your potential future candidates.
And at the moment, we have approximately only 300 users. However, we're growing every day, and out of 300, 250 are talents, and we hope to see more after this presentation. And of course, we have 50 startups here in Barcelona. We have some big names, of course, such as Marfil, Verse Technologies, Novicap, and so on, who are constantly looking for additional team members. And those who haven't joined the platform as a startup, we have 250 talents who are constantly looking for startups to join.
So I guess to wrap it all up, we believe that future is not in the hands of one, but in the hands of a group of like-minded people.
And Mars won't be colonized by an individual, but by a precisely selected group of people.
Do you feel like conquering Mars?
Cluego can help you select the right team.
Thank you very much.
All right. That was nice. Thank you, boys. Can we also find you on Tinder as well? Just, I think you can also find them on Tinder and on their own application, so download it now, okay? All right. It's getting more and more interesting today. It's getting warmer. I know a lot of people, it's cold. It's a cold room, isn't it? So maybe move a little bit if you want to. Do you want to warm up a bit? Yeah, before that. Get up then. Get up. Come on. Look at the example. Warm up. It is cold. Come on, let's get hot in here. No, let's not take the dresses off, yeah? Don't take your stuff off. All right, okay. Don't get too excited. I know they warmed us up a little bit. Yeah, there's some exercises there. You can stretch. Don't be shy. I know a lot of people get shy. I don't know why, but there's no need to be shy, okay? All right, so we have 2 more startups, all right? Don't forget that you're going to vote on email, but wait for your votes. We got 2 more startups. So I'm going to give, next up, the mic and the clicker to Conley. All right, here we go. Here's your clicker. Here's your mic.
Yep.
And you can look at me and we can start the timer when you want. You want to introduce yourself quickly, just your name and stuff?
I'm Robrecht from Belgium, and I'm the co-founder of Conley. You can also call me Rob, because I know that it's hard to pronounce for people from Barcelona in
Okay,
Spanish.
shall we start the timer?
Yep,
Yeah.
let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, so who in this room is already certain that they will be able to attend the next event of Melton Lab? Raise your hands. It is a big time investment for professionals to actually say that they can attend the event next year. This is a barrier, and also one of the reasons why a lot of these events are not reaching their full potential. Around $1,000. That is the average amount that a person in the US spends on a business trip. And this lasts longer than 3 days. Once this business trip is overseas, both these numbers, of course, rise significantly. We believe that next to the physical event, there's also a growing need for the digital version of these events. And that's exactly the reason why we started working on Conley. We believe that the audience, just like yourself, should still be able to learn from keynotes, such as at Melton Lab, and stay up to date with the latest trends in your industry, even when you don't have the time to come to these events, don't want to spend the money on traveling or accommodation, or whatever reason that you have from your kid attending his own event, or you going on a safari. Professional event organizers can set up a live stream on our platform on Conley, where viewers can watch. They can create a new revenue stream through selling tickets for this digital version. And they can, of course, utilize all our features that are built in on our platform. For the organizers that are not convinced yet that people will actually come to the physical event, even if there's a live stream available, let me give you a statistic. 67% of the people who watch a live stream are actually more likely to buy a ticket to a similar event later on. So that means that a lot of the people who watch the live stream eventually convert to physical attendees at the event. A roadmap. In August, a few months ago, we launched our private beta, took feedback from a select group of people, iterated from there. We graduated from the online program of Y Combinator, named Startup School. And then a few weeks ago, we launched our first public version. We're still iterating on the feedback from customers, since this is kind of a big deal in the startup world. And we also onboarded the first customers, such as Edana Digitizer, hopefully Melton Lab in the future, who knows? With the start of a new year around the corner, we want to participate in an accelerator, and later in 2020, we're also aiming to raise our first investment round. The team behind Conley is Maxime and myself. We're both based in Belgium. Maxime is the tech co-founder, has been programming since he was 10 years old and is building the platform. I'm working on the business side and also do the product design. Both of us learned a few skills through the last years that gave us the ability to build the platform on ourselves, onboard first customers, without the need of any external investments. We bootstrapped it the whole way. We also established a board of advisors with a few people who can give us crucial advice and put us in contact with key persons in our industry. Last but not least, if you're an event organizer in this room, please come and talk to me. I'm convinced that we can help you create a bigger impact for your next event. For investors in the room, like I already mentioned, in 2020, we're looking to raise our first investment round. Please come and talk to me if you're interested. Thank you for your attention. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
All right, amazing. So last but not least, we have another startup. But I see some ladies really cold. They put their jackets on their legs and stuff like that. Really, if you do want to take 10 seconds to get up and move around, you can. I can put some music on as well if you like. Yeah? Let me know, yeah? I don't want you to be cold. All right? Okay. All right, so last but not least, we have Dice. Woo, come on.
Thank you, Tim. Hi,
All
everybody.
right. You can say your name, introduce yourself before I start the timer.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is a favor.
Julian. I'm the co-founder of Desk, and as you can imagine, I have a French accent, so I'm French, definitely. I don't know who decided on the dress code, but we're quite aligned with the former founder here. We have like a blue sweatshirt and a shirt, so that's kind of, yeah, we're
We should do a
corporate
dress
all.
code for next year, I think.
Yeah,
That's
I
what we're
think we
gonna
could do that.
All
Yeah.
right, next year, dress code for those boys in bikini or something like that. All right, so...
Well, bikini, if you heat it up. a bit,
yeah,
maybe.
exactly. It'd be better, no? All right, I'm starting your timer.
Okay,
now.
fantastic. So one question to start with. Who in the audience knows about WeWork? Ha, that's kind of impressive result. Well, you know what? WeWork did two things for the startup world in the corporate world in general. First, they helped us understand that you can raise $40 billion and fucked up your IPO, which is still good to know. But the second stuff that they really did well is open up the reality that we are all in, is that we don't have to work in shitty environment, that you can have flexible workplace with great service offering, and that can be for everyone. You don't have to be in a company that just like put you in a cubicle from 9 in the morning to 7 in the afternoon. And you know what? Well, it's about because the way we work is changing, and maybe this is how and why they call themselves like that. Actually, we can now do yoga at work. We can do debrief in cafes. This is what Starbucks raised on. And, well, we can work from home. But this is such a massive trend that everybody's using this excuse to get another kind of experience and relationship with their customers. Some examples. Accor, one of the biggest hotel group in the world, and I think amenities know them well, is now switching and changing all their lobbies, all their common spaces on the ground to workplaces and flexible workplaces. This is not a Starbucks. It's a bank. It's Banco Santander, and they're changing their branches into digital and flexible workspaces everywhere in the world. They're opening right now 3 locations in Barcelona. They have already 10 in Madrid. And in Chile, where they are also really active, they have more than 50 of them. They have increased their footprint, foot traffic, and conversion to customers by 100%. 1 out of 2 clients coming into these cafes end up being a Santander client at the end. This is quite massive. And then you see also that corporate companies, restaurants are switching to flexible work cafe or co-working so that they can increase also the occupation in the idle times. When you don't eat in this place, you can also work like that. If you see just like the canteen over there, it's full all day long with students. This is this kind of flexible environment. But you know what is the common point with all these guys is that they are missing the digital tools to make sure that the last mile of the experience is also increased in terms of the relationship and conversion. And this is where Desk is arriving. We are the digital layer about this revolution in the workspaces and in the retail world, and with the connection with the clients. What we do is that we create the app and the web so that all these guys can manage their inventories, propose new services to their client in order to really engage them in the long run. How do we do that? Well, it's a smart management tool when you can access all the services from buying a coffee, booking a meeting room, but also accessing the gym or appointing yourself to a yoga class. Other layers like networking. If you're in an office tower with 250,000 people, what you don't know is who is there. What are the networking and business opportunities there? So we help you maximize the opportunities with your surroundings. And what we do last is that the technology is blended with what's existing already, being the access point, the invitation system, and also all the CRM and ERP that these big corporations are using. This is what Desk is doing. We are working already with the real estate industries, big players. We are already implementing the system in Barcelona and in Spain in one of the most iconic towers, office towers that you can see in the surroundings, but also incubators, innovators, places from big corporation, and also going into territories, places where you have like business parks and all other offices. So basically, we are not only digitalizing workplaces, we are building a network of opportunities for all the companies and the people that are around there. And, well, we are ahead of connecting more than 1 million square meters by the end of the year to come, and this represents more than 100,000 people in our system that are doing business connections on a daily basis. Come to see us. We'd love to work with you guys, and hope to see you again. Cheers. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I did say last but not least, can people hear me? Yeah, I think so. All right. That was amazing. And I think if we didn't know WeWork, we know them now, obviously, yeah, since it's been a big F up, okay? We know, you know. So I think yours is a bit smarter than WeWork because you don't own any of the spaces. So you'll do quite well, I reckon. So you had Mesabi, the first one, Amenity Startup 2. I always forget your name. That we need to work on that name. Cluego, yeah? Cluego on Startup 3, the hot boys. Okay, that's how you can remember. Conley on Startup 4, and we had Dice on Startup 5. All right, so you can start now if you really want to vote, okay? But maybe you can think about them a bit more, all right? So look at the screen, think about them, all right? What we're going to do is, because everybody's a bit cold, chilly, and stuff like that, we're going to... He didn't get the email, all right. Anybody who didn't get the email, please come see my colleague Matt. He's going to handle your emails, all right? Okay? All right, so I just throw the whole thing on him. I do this kind of stuff sometimes, you know. This is why I'm in operations. All right, so if you don't have the email, please come see him. Or maybe he doesn't have a ticket. Maybe you don't have a ticket, that's why. Okay, do you have a ticket? Did you buy a ticket? Yeah, you sure? All right. Maybe he came in illegally. No, I don't think so. He seems like a nice guy. All right, so please see Matt at the end if you don't mind. All right, not at the end, but in a bit. All right, so for you to warm up, we have a coffee break of about an hour, okay? An hour and a bit, okay? Come back at 5:30. Yeah, wow, it's more than an hour. So you have 5:30. Please be here because we have even more interesting panels and workshops coming in. You got coffee, beers, and stuff. All right, you know the networking area. See you at 5:30.